All right. Well, welcome everyone to this afternoon's Alert Builder Power Hour. We're glad all of you can join us. We might have some others joining here soon. We'll let them in as they come. I am Sally Reddick. I'm a member of the Meta Solutions PowerSchool team, specifically working a lot within the customizations catalog. We're very proud of the hard work and customizations that are in the catalog. So we love to be on calls like this today to show off some of the things that it can do. We'll introduce some of our other team members on this call. Sarah?
Hi, I'm Sarah Chambers. I've talked to probably all of you at one point or the other. I am also core PowerSchool support for Meta, but a member of the customization team, which is the most fun part of my job. As Sally said, we're extremely proud of our customizations. We love to show them off. We love to tell you what's new. As you know, it's always ever changing. We're always adding new things. So especially with the Alert Builder. So happy to see you all.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Kelly. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, I thought my microphone wasn't on the right setting. Lindsay Kelly, back to Meta after several years off. I've been back for about a year now, and I do attendance and fees for core, and I'm the newest member on the customization team. So excited to learn a lot more and to work with most of you in the future.
All right. And we also have two of our newer team members that we're so happy to have on our Meta PowerSchool team. Meredith Reagan and Stephanie Weitzel are also on this call. So we're glad they're here as well to participate. Again, this is a Power Hour over our Alert Builder. We have catalog users, not just within our Meta districts, but external customers all through the United States. We have some as well in different countries, Canada, Seoul, South Korea, the Netherlands. So the catalog is widespread. And you'll see how important that is and how that comes into play with specifically the Alert Builder that we're going to review today. Like we said earlier, you are welcome to unmute yourself at any point to ask a question, as well as put a question in the chat if you would like. At this time, if you wouldn't mind to just jot your name and your district, if you can put that in the chat just so we know who is here, that would be great. And then we'll go ahead. I'm going to share my screen and we'll get started.
And Sally, while you're doing that, I do want to give a shout out to Julie from Ann Arbor. She is one of our very first customization catalog customers, and we're so thrilled that they have stayed with us for these years. So, hey, Julie.
Hi, Julie. Welcome. So welcome to those who have been there from the beginning, and welcome to those who are newer. We're glad to have all of your input here with us today. All right, so I am sharing my screen here. This is one of our train test boxes that we have. So it's scrambled student data that we're going to be looking at today. But first and foremost, with our customizations catalog, not just the Alert Builder, but with all of our customizations within the catalog, we want to make sure our users know how to access our documentation. So when you log into your PowerSchool assisted environment, if you click on the question mark, the little help icon, you'll see a Meta documentation link here at the bottom. Additionally, this Meta documentation link can be found within your applications category on your left menu. You know, with PowerSchool, there's always more than one way to navigate around. So within the catalog, there's also a documentation link here as well. When you access the Meta documentation link, it will open in a new tab to the documentation, our Meta documentation specifically. If you are a customizations catalog user only, you'll have access and you will see all of the customizations documentation here. With our customizations, not only When you purchase the catalog, do you have access to those customizations? But we also support those. And in one of the ways we do that is with our documentation. So we want to make sure you know how to access that. There is Alert Builder documentation here within our help menu. I will let you know we did have a release last week where we've added a lot of functionality to our Alert Builder that we're going to showcase today. That will be added to our documentation here within the next week. So you won't see the new options on the documentation, but you will see the setup and information on this document right here. All right, so if we pop on back over, so the Alert Builder. So with the Alert Builder customization, this allows users to build custom alerts for whatever purpose you may need within your district. You can set a trigger to display that alert on the student line for whatever purposes you may need within your district. When using the Alert Builder, we're going to walk through a lot of items within it. So again, please feel free to ask questions. But one of the things with our Alert Builders, you can build a simple alert just in under 2 minutes, or you can build a more complex alert as needed to display a myriad of information as needed. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to access our Alert Builder. And you can find that within District Management, Applications, Alert Builder. You can also access the Alert Builder, School Management, Applications Alert Builder. You can use your quick search up here to search for Alert Builder. Again, within PowerSchool, we all know lots of ways to get where we're going. But once you get to your Alert Builder, we call this the landing page, you'll be on the Alerts tab. The Alerts tab, this shows all of the alerts that you have built. If you are new to the Alert Builder, when you come to this page, you'll be on the Alerts tab and you will not see any alerts yet. So as you build and as you download from the community, we'll show you how to do that here in a minute. As you build those alerts, you will see them start to display here on your landing page, on your Alerts tab. What you're looking at here is you're looking at your alert, the name and a brief short description, along with the icon associated to the alert. And then here's some additional information. So performance diagnostics. So this is just telling us how much time we're using to call and run through those alerts for the students. As with all things in PowerSchool, we want to have information quickly. We don't want to wait on anything. So Alert Builder, we want to make sure that this information, these alerts are populating and running through students quickly. So that's what this diagnostics column is telling us. Grouping. We're going to look at grouping in a little bit, but what this is you have the ability to group your alerts on your student line. So within PowerSchool student line, PowerSchool core alerts, they are always displayed first. Those will always come first, whether that be on the student line or right beside the student carousel, the student name. Those alerts will always be displayed first. Alert Builder alerts, they would start to display after those PowerSchool alerts. You can group alerts together if you would like for various purposes. One example, we had a district who built alerts for all of the Ohio graduation seals. So there were multiple seals as alerts, and they wanted to group those all together towards the end of the student line. So they assigned all of those alerts the same group number so that if and when a student earned that seal, that alert would display on the student line, and all of those seals would be in the same area within the student line. Community. So community, there is a community aspect of the Alert Builder. So as you build alerts, you have the ability to share them to the Alert Builder community. The Alert Builder community consists of all of our Meta member school districts, as well as all of our catalog users throughout the states and in different countries. Usually when somebody needs an alert, another district does as well. That's usually how it goes. When one school district needs information on something, that's usually another district would have a similar request. So again, once you build alerts, if you think that it is something that maybe another district would find beneficial, you have the ability to share the alert that you have built to the community. And we'll take a look at the community here in a minute so you can see all of the alerts that have already been shared, and how you access any of the alerts that you would like to use within your district. The next information displayed, these are the portals that the alerts will be pushed out to, and the areas within those portals that the alert can be seen on. So within our admin portal, you can see student pages, mass attendance, teacher portal, again, student info, the attendance and seating chart pages. PowerTeacher Pro, so our alerts are able to be pushed out to PowerTeacher Pro on the student pages. So when a teacher has student pages like demographics or a student assignments page, that is where those alerts would be displayed. You'll notice we have an alert page within the PowerTeacher Pro section here, and it is grayed out. This is currently under development. What our developers are working on, they are working on creating a dedicated alert page within PowerTeacher Pro, where a teacher would be able to access all of her students within his or her course, and they would be able to see the associated alerts with those students all on one page. So again, that is currently under development. You can see, you can check mark for an alert to be pushed out to this page. Just know that that page is not available yet. When that does become available, all of the alerts that you have check marked to be pushed to that page would automatically be pushed according to your selection here. And then the last portal option is our public portal. So again, that parent-student portal, when parents are logging in, when students are logging in, do you want them to be able to see those alerts? You can select that accordingly. So that is the information that you're looking at here on your landing page. As we mentioned earlier, usually when one district needs an alert, another does as well. So we always suggest, whether you are new or you've been using the Alert Builder for a while, we recommend coming to the Community tab right here to view alerts that have been shared by other users to the community. So again, all of our catalog users can build alerts, and as they build them, they can share them to the community. As you can see, we have over 85 alerts that have been shared amongst our catalog users. You'll notice that we here at Meta, as we receive requests or things that we are working with our districts with, and we build alerts for different purposes, we share those out as well to all of our catalog users. Again, you can see the associated icon, the alert name, a description. You'll notice there are tags. Tags are where, when you build an alert, and we'll show you that here in a minute, you have an ability to tag that with a specific topic. So if you were creating an enrollment alert, you could associate enrollment as the tag. Or, and you can see some of the examples we have here, 504 health, contacts. So you can tag them. So as you are looking for specific alerts, you can search them that way as well. You'll see who submitted the alert, states, just location, where they are from, and we'll show you how that might come into play. You'll also see update details. So sometimes users who share alerts, including us here at Meta, sometimes we build an alert and we share it, and then we enhance it or we update it, we add to it. And when we do that, this is where you would see what we've updated. When you have an alert that has an update available, you'll see a download update option here. This is where you can click to update your existing alert to the latest version. And then again, that last updated information and what version the alert is on. So you can see some of the alerts that have just recently been added, and then some that have been added and they've been updated a couple of times. You'll see all of that listed here on the community page. When you are looking for an alert, again, if you're looking for a specific topic or a specific alert, you can use your filter to search as needed. So if I was searching contacts and I start to type in my filter, you see my results coming, listing here what's available in regards to contacts. So I see a contacts preferred language. Student has contacts who have a preferred language other than English. If that's something, hey, I might be interested in using that, all I need to do is click download. When I click download, you'll see the button has turned here to downloaded, indicating that I have downloaded that alert. So again, you can use your filter to search for things, and then easy enough to download something that you want to use, maybe an interpreter needed. You can click on download, and again, it shows downloaded. What happens when they are downloaded? Those alerts are now accessible on your alerts tab. So if you go back to your alerts tab, we just downloaded the contacts preferred language. So we can see that now has been added to our alerts. What we can do now is we need to open this alert, because as we're looking at it, we see this alert is not automatically pushed out to any of the portals. So when you download an alert, it does push the alert to your alerts tab, but you now need to select where do you want to see it. So you can click on the name of the alert to open it up. And this is where you'll see right in the center here, portals. Which portals do I want to see this information? So if I want to see this alert in all areas of my admin portal, I can click on admin. And if I only want to see it maybe on the teacher attendance page, or the student info page, I could select those individually. So you can select individually or by portal, selecting all of the areas, whichever you prefer. So once you select those portals, you could click validate and submit. And validate and submit, it is looking at the field, looking at the pop-up, making sure all of your information is accurate and correct. What happens where this comes into play sometimes, you'll notice we downloaded an interpreter needed alert as well. So let me show you where validate and submit comes. You'll see where that is handy. So I have the interpreter needed alert, and I downloaded it. So I need to select which portals I want to push that alert out to. So I select my admin portal. If I click validate and submit now, I see an error, validation error, and it's giving me information on what this error is. There's a lot of lingo in here. So before we dive into the lingo, if you're unsure, if you build an alert and you have an error, you've tried troubleshooting, you're not really sure what the error is telling you, you can always take a screenshot of this error message, and you can use the customization support help link here to submit a ticket to us where we can help determine what the error is. But a lot of times, why this specific alert that we downloaded has caused an error for us, we see, again, a lot of information over here. What this is, it's telling us we've downloaded an alert that has a field that does not exist within this server that we're in. So sometimes when users are building alerts and they are building those alerts with their custom fields or their state fields, and again, we have catalog users in various states and countries. If you download an alert that you do not have that field, that information, it will cause an error. This is telling you, you don't have this interpreter, this field that's needed. So what you can do at this point is you can save the alert with disabled portals. So again, that means you're going to save the alert. It's going to be on your alerts tab. It will not be pushed out to any of the portals. Again, because there's an error, we don't want to run an alert on that's running an error and causing any issues. So you can save with disabled portals, or you can click Edit Alert. If you click Edit Alert, it takes you right back to the alert page. This is where you can come to the alert trigger. You can see, okay, I don't have this information. I need to either, create my own custom field within my environment, or maybe I already have a similar field that I want to use. This is where you could update accordingly. Not only are you able to update the trigger information when you download an alert from community, but you can update any of the information. If I wanted to use a different icon, I could select a different icon. I could then change the options here at the bottom, how I want that alert to be, where it's displayed and how it's displayed. So again, there's that customization within the alert that somebody else has built, but you are customizing it for your district only. So within the community, that alert stays as that user has built it. But once you want to use it, you can further customize it as needed. Again, with an error, you're going to submit it without the portals. We want to save it so we can come back to it later to use. So community feature, again, it's a great aspect of the alert builder. We encourage all of our users, as you continue to become comfortable with the alert builder and build alerts, we encourage you to share those to the community for others to use as well. So again, that's what we suggest to our catalog users. Come to the community, see what's available. If you take a look at the community and you don't really see the alert that you're wanting to use, this is where you can build your own alert. So if you click on the blue add, this is where you build your own alert for your purpose within your district. So when you're building an alert, you'll be open up to this general tab. This is where you'll give your alert information. You're setting it up and entering that information. So maybe we wanted a soccer alert and we give it soccer and student participates in soccer. So that's our brief description. Again, those community tabs, soccer, it's an activity. So we could say we want to give it a tag activities. That way, anybody searching for activities alerts, this would show up accordingly. Again, that group order, maybe we want all of our activities, to be grouped towards the front. Again, this isn't the very first spot. PowerSchool core alerts are first, but after those, maybe we want all of our activity alerts to be somewhat towards the front of the student line. We then select an icon. You can see when you select an icon, there's over 1,000 icons to choose from. And you can see they're all listed, different tabs here for the different areas of what an icon you might be looking for, or you could type in the search box here. So if I'm typing in soccer, there we go. I've got a soccer ball. I can use that. If you wanted to, you could upload your own image. So if you had a district logo or some other logo that you use for purposes within your district, you are welcome to upload your own image to use for an alert. With the alert builder, you can also customize the size of the alert icons. So we have some small and smaller options, and then our regular default size, and then 3 larger options. So sometimes when you're uploading images to use, they're not always the same size as the other alerts that are already on a student line. So this allows you the ability to resize those as needed. Then again, you're talking about your portals. Where do you want to see this alert? So maybe we want it to be seen everywhere. We would select all those portals. Next, we have options here at the bottom. So here are option settings for this alert. Do we want the alert to have a pop-up window on the screen when the user clicks on it? If we do, we click on that, and you see how it turns green. You'll notice with these options, as I hover over each one, it does give you a brief description of what that option is. So this says, show the alert in a pop-up window that must be closed before continuing. So again, as you hover over all of these options, it's going to give you that short description of what each option is. The unlock UI, that shows the alert in a pop-up window. We selected the pop-up window, but what it's doing, it allows the user to work in the background. We'll show you what that looks like here on some of our alerts, but for those of you who are familiar with alerts and you click on them, the pop-up window appears, the background page is kind of grayed out and it's frozen. With this unlock UI option, it allows for the pop-up to be displayed. The background page, it is unlocked. You're able to see the page and interact on the page. You can scroll up and down. You can edit as necessary, all with the pop-up being opened. So that is a new feature that was just recently introduced, and we love it because sometimes as we gather input from districts, sometimes there's information on the pop-up that is needed to then work on the page. And so having both the pop-up open and the ability to work on the page, quite beneficial. Docked. So docked is, if we hover over that, it keeps the alert pinned to the side of the screen until dismissed, until it's closed. So those of you who are familiar in PowerSchool, some of the pages, we call them slide out drawers. It's a slide out on the right-hand side of the page. It is a pop-up, but it's instead of the pop-up window, it would be a docked pop-up where it slides out. So that's where you'll be able to click that docked open option if you want to have that slide out. With your alert, do you want your alert to include the student's photo? If you do, you can click on that. Same with student's name. Do you want the name on the pop-up for the alert? You can select that. Go to. So go to option, again, if you hover over it, it's going to give you a description. It adds a shortcut link to open a specific page from the alert. So if I want the users to click on the alert and then have a shortcut to take them to a specific page in PowerSchool, you can select this go-to option. You'll notice when I select the go-to option, my select admin page becomes accessible. So when you don't have go-to page option selected, you're not going to be able to select admin page. These two go together. If you want a go-to page, this is where you're going to select which page the user goes to. And our last option is admin top row. So admin top row, this displays the alert at the top of the admin portal screen for quick access. Again, we'll show you what this looks like on a student screen, but admin top row is for admin portal only, not the teacher portal, not the public portal, but it is going to display on the top row to the right of the student carousel, to the right of the student name, if you have a single student selected. And again, we're going to show you what that looks like, but this option is available as well. It's a newly added feature to our alert builder. Super nice. So once you have all of your general information on your tab here, you're going to go to Trigger. Trigger is where you now are selecting how you want this alert to be triggered, to be displayed on the student line. What happens in order for this alert to display? Again, a simple trigger, a simple alert you can do in under 2 minutes. You can click on all fields. And if we were doing, I'll just show an example before we go to our soccer one. If we were doing like track, if we wanted our track A students for an alert, we simply click all fields, we select our track field, and then you can see we have the comparator and the value. So we want all students who are in track A, that is the value within their track field. That's when we want that alert to display on their student line. If we had, let's see, percent of time, that's an Ohio State field, but maybe those in other states, maybe you have a similar type field where you record how much percent of time a student attends. So if I had percent of time, I want to know, I want an alert for students who attend school less than 100%. So this is where I can drop my comparator here, and I'm going to say that percent of time is less than 100%. So again, looking at the value you have in that field and how you want it to be triggered to display for that student. That is what you're selecting here. For our soccer alert that we're doing, so if I pick soccer, let's see, I think it's this field, soccer, activities.soccer. You'll notice when I pick this option here, my comparator and my value has switched. This is because this is a Boolean field. This is where sometimes you have a check mark box. Sometimes it's a Boolean field where you pick 0 or 1. Sometimes it's true or false. There's different options for your Boolean fields. What we've done, this is a new release just as of last week. When you select those fields that are Boolean fields, you now only need to select the check box. You just need to check mark it. This is indicating anyone who has that field, it would trigger. So there's no longer guessing, is it a T or an F, a true or a false, a yes or a no, a Y and N. You're able to just check mark the box for those fields. So again, adds for just simplicity in building those types of alerts. Once you have your simple trigger, you're going to come to your pop-up display. This is where you can enter any information you want to be displayed on that pop-up. It can be static information for us. Student participates in soccer. So every student who is in, flagged in that soccer field, this is what the pop-up display is going to display. You can add, your dynamic text. You can insert, if we wanted to, we could add from the students table. We could say, we already have their name, but this is just an example. If we wanted to have their last name, their first name, participates in band, we could insert it that way. So any of your data access tags, like you can insert, again, lots of options here within the pop-up display of what you're wanting to be displayed. We'll show you some of our more complex alerts that we have built with the help of our developers that display charts and tables, lots of information. So there's plenty of options within your pop-up display. Again, what do you want to have on your pop-up? We are always happy to assist if you're wanting to see certain information on a pop-up and not certain how to build that out on the display. Notify us, submit a ticket to us. We're happy to help build that out and help you. And then lastly, our select admin page. So again, this is where we said we wanted to have a go-to option. Where do we want to go? This is where you'll see options. You'll notice with these admin page options, these will be what you're looking at right here. These are the classic menu. If those of you who remember the classic menu before the enhanced UI, the pages were all of those text links. This is how it's displayed here. This is also a project we have on our development list to update that so it reflects the enhanced user interface. But you can still use these pages accordingly. So for us, we picked we're building a soccer alert. So we want to be able to go to that activities page. So we can select that page. And once we're all done, we'll click validate and submit. So again, it's looking at the information that we built on that alert, and it's going to validate it before submitting. So we now see our soccer alert. We see we've selected all of our portals. We gave it a group of 1. We want it towards the front of that student line. And this is where we could share to the community. So again, any of those alerts that you build that you think others might be interested in, absolutely go ahead and share that out, which will push it to the community. Any questions so far on alerts? How to build, how to access community, how to use community? Any questions so far? Nope. Okay. Let's take a look. We're going to now look at what the alert looks like within the different portals. So we're in our test box with scrambled data here. We're going to take a look at Jackson here, and we're going to take a look at some of these alerts that we have built. So you can see right here under the student line, these are the student alerts, the student line alerts. Right here to the right, again, this is a student carousel, or if you had a single student, it would have the student name here. Right to the right, these are, this is what we referred to as the admin top row option. Again, admin portal only. You won't see this in the teacher and in the public portal, but you will see it in the admin portal where you're able to add alerts to the top row. So these PowerSchool alerts are going to display first, and then you'll see your alerts that you have selected to be pushed out to the admin portal. This is an admin top row alert. So you see, I click on it. It's an admin top row. And this alert, I have also selected Unlock UI. So I'm able to move on the page as needed with this alert. You'll notice there's a go-to option as well. This is what the go-to looks like. So that's that shortcut. So if I click on that, it'll take me to this student, their contact management page. So again, whatever page you select for this alert that we built, or any alerts that you build, it'll take you to that page. Showing you if we went to, let's go to a longer page here. If we go to our emergency and medical page, and we see the alerts and we see this admin top row alert. Again, that unlock UI, this is where you can see it. We're able to move on the page. Not only are we able to move on the page, we can move our pop-up on the page. So if we want to kind of scoot it out of the way and look at our page, we can do that. If there was information on this pop-up and we needed to change, maybe we needed to change information on the field, you see we can interact with the page here. And then when we hit submit, we will then see the page. It will submit our changes. The pop-up automatically closes. We see our changes made here. So that's an example of that unlock UI and how that works. Another option we wanted to show that's a new option. This is the docked option. So again, the pop-up previously, before, that's probably what you were used to seeing. Now you can see a docked option. So this is that slide out. Again, this alert we built also has the unlock feature. So you can see, you can interact with the page. Just something to notate on your alerts that you build and use. When you have the docked option and unlock UI, you'll notice if I were to make a change on this page now, my submit button is over here in the corner. So if I were to make a change on my page, I would need to close my alert and then submit. So it's just something to notate. But that's what the docked option looks like on the page. Again, with our student lines or with our alerts, lots of information. Again, how you're wanting to see information. This is the contact's preferred language. That's the alert that we just downloaded. We click on that. We can see all of the information. This is where, again, on the pop-up, you can have simple or more complex information. We have a table here that shows us the contacts, the relationships, and their preferred language other than English. So that is that's a display that's more complex. We have a health office visits where, again, it's showing that student picture, student name, and how many office visits they've had for the year. So and this is another good example, again, of how the alerts previously worked up until last week. When you click on them, the pop-up displays, the background is blacked, grayed out. I can't scroll up and down on it. You can still build alerts that way if that's how you want them. But those new options do add for a little more flexibility on the page. I want to now take a look at, if we go to, this is the teacher portal. So within the teacher portal, again, if you select any of your alerts to be pushed to the teacher portal, there are some areas that you'll be able to see those on your attendance pages. So your teachers click to take attendance. They're going to see the alerts listed here. You have, again, the options to look at the information on the display. So if we have an all medical alert, if we click on that here within the teacher portal, this is where you can see a student's medical information. This alert is available in the community, but just to note, all of the medical information you see on this alert is specific to your emergency medical page. So if your health staff or any of your staff is entering information on health plans oh goodness, what's the other health page? I'm drawing a blank. Health plans, or I'll think of it here in a minute. But if they are adding those within the new health management suite, those are not being displayed on this all medical alert. So again, the all medical alert is only displaying the information on the emergency medical page. We do have, again, a task. We keep our developers very busy with our requests, but we do have a task for the health information to be added to this all medical alert. So that's something to look forward to.
And
go ahead.
Sally, the other thing we want to say about the all medical alert. So Sally, if you pop that up again for a second,
Yeah.
maybe you don't want every single thing there. Maybe you don't want the nurse's notes on there. It's really easy for you to go into the trigger or the pop-up and just take that out. So once you've got this, you can also tweak it and make it your own.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. So again, this is the teacher attendance page. You'll notice there's a legend here at the bottom. So teachers have an idea of what the alerts are, what they're looking at when they when they click on them. Also within the teacher portal, if you have selected for your alerts to be visible on the seating chart, you will note your teachers will see those also on their seating chart. You'll see the alerts listed here that they can access and view information. So as they look at it and they click on it, again, from their seating chart view, they'll be able to access this information. This is the contacts at a glance. So again, the alerts are also able to be displayed here and accessed for the teachers as well. And then the last place for the teachers are the student information pages. So on the student information pages, you'll notice, again, the alerts that you have selected for the teachers to be able to see. They will be displayed here. What we do want to note is, I'm going to minimize this for a minute and take a look. So this is our admin portal. You'll notice we had this admin top row and unlock UI alert. This is where the admin top row, you'll notice the alert is blue colored, matching the PowerSchool blue color of the other alerts here. When you select your icon to build your alert, it may have other colors. This is what the bird looked like when we built the alert. So it was a very colorful bird. You can see all the various colors. When you select an admin top row option, just know that that alert will match the blue coloring. It's going to display here on the admin top row. But you do have the ability to go ahead and push that alert to the other portals, but the other portals don't have a top row. So it's going to fall in line with all of the other alerts, and the coloring is going to stay as the alert was originally, as that image was originally selected. So again, just showing how that looks in the teacher portal. But yes, you'll see all of your alerts listed here on the student, the student pages within the teacher's portal. This is a RIMP alert. So if you had students enrolled in various programs, RIMPs, we have a RIMP alert in the community to download. Lots of different ways to alerts available to use here. So this is what it looks like within the teacher portal. And then the last place we want to show what the alert looks like. Oh, I've already been signed out. So let me sign in real quick here. Again, one of our training databases. And we are going to make me sign in again. We're going to take a look at, again, which alerts you are selecting, which alerts you wanted to be displayed where. So if you select any alerts to be displayed in the public, the parent-teacher portal, this is what they would look like here. What we want to point out here, you'll see these numbers 1 through 6. These are the sizing options. So again, within your alert builder, you have the ability to make alerts a little bit smaller or a little bit bigger. You can see how those sizing options, what they look like here. You'll also, within the alert builder, again, this is an English learner alert that we have in the community. It is, again, more detailed, more complex than what it's displaying. But again, just showing the ability of what you can do with the alert builder. There's a chart here displaying OELPA tests. And we have the scores listed. We could also display the performance levels. So the alert itself interactive in what it can do. We also have within the alert builder. We have for Ohio, there was an Ohio law rule that came through where we had to, districts had to provide a hotline, a suicide hotline number within student portals, those pages. So we built this alert for districts who wanted to use it. You'll notice what we want to show here is, first of all, the alert's available in the community if you want to use it. But what you can do with the pop-up, not only adding, charts and tables and things, you can also add links. This specific link will, when clicked on, it takes us to the Ohio Department of Education, specifically the 988 page. So you're able to add links to other places within your pop-up alerts as well. Those are things that, again, we are happy to help with. If you have those types of requests that you need a little bit of assistance with, you can submit a ticket. We're happy to help you build those out. But that's what, again, what the alerts look like in the various different portals. Any questions about the alerts and what they look like in the portals? Okay. One of the last things we want to mention here with the alerts, not only are you building and using alerts, a lot of times when users are building alerts, they want to grab those group of students with an alert to work on them, within PowerSchool on their pages for various reasons. So with the alert builder, we also have alert builder reports. So Alert Builder Reports allows users the ability to search through a selected group of students to identify which alert they have as selected. So here on my start page, I've selected all of my 12th grade students. I'm now going to go to my Meta Alert Builder Reports page. So within Data and Reporting, Meta Alert Builder Reports. And this is going to be the place where you can select which alerts you're wanting to see for those students. All of these alerts that are listed, these are all of the alerts that are on your alerts tab. So it's not the community alerts, it's only the alerts that you have that you are currently using. One of the things we wanted to point out, you'll notice, is the interpreter needed. So if you remember, we downloaded that alert from the community. It had a custom field that we did not have in our environment. So we saved it and we didn't push it out to any portals. It is not being displayed anywhere, but I could run a report if I wanted. Now we know it won't run a report because we don't have that custom field in this environment, but there have been times we've talked to districts who they want to run a report for a group of students, but they don't want the alert to be displayed anywhere. So you can build an alert, you can give it a trigger, and you can leave all of the portals blank. And when you leave them blank, you can come to Alert Builder Reports and you can still run a report that will show you which students have met that trigger. So this is a way to run a report without actually having the alert be displayed. You still can use the reports option. So that's a nice feature if you're needing, sometimes it's been some confidential information. So again, they don't want it displayed everywhere, but they do want to be able to run reports. So that's an option. So again, these are all of the alerts on your alerts tab. What you can do now is you can select any of the options and you can, once you click on an alert, so it's going to run through the all medical alert for all of the 461 students that I have selected. So just something to note, the more students that you have selected on your start page to run through the alerts, You'll have to wait just a little bit as it runs through all of those students. But I had 461, plus I'm sharing my screen, and it was just a few seconds. But it's worth mentioning, if you pick all of your students in your entire district, you might wait just for a few extra seconds as it yields those results. But it tells me right here, 329 of my 461 students, they have that alert. I can see the name of the alert, the student name, the school, the grade level, and the alert results. I can, at this point, I can filter my results if I wanted. Maybe I was looking for something specific, bees. Maybe I was looking for just bee sting information. You'll notice as I started to type, my results, they went down. If I wanted to, maybe by school, if I wanted to maybe just have Meta High School, not you'll see the electronics student dropped off my list. So you can filter as needed as you're looking at information on the reports page. What you can also do with your 329 students that have been identified, you can make them your current selection. So when you select to make them your current selection, you will see they are now on your start page. Again, super helpful if you are running through and working on a pages within PowerSchool to have all of those selected. What you can also do, you can, once you select the alert that you're wanting to run for your group of students. If you select multiple alerts, so I have 329 students with an all medical alert, and I click band, it is going to add the students who also have band. We're working on an option where it would only show the students who have medical alert and band. But right now, what it's doing, it's showing both alerts, all of those students all compiled into one. So 329 students had the all medical, and then 28 had band. If we made them our current selection, it would be all of them together. What you can also do with your selection of students that we have here that we've identified, we can remove them from the selection. So we had 461 students on our start page. We ran through these alerts. We want to remove them from our selection. So maybe there's a reason that we don't want those students. It's going to take all those students that had the all medical alert, who had the band alert, it's going to remove them. And now we're left with our 123 students. So that remove option is also nice to use. Also within the Alert Builder reports, you have the option, let me check again, band here. You have, I had my updated students, maybe bee sting. We'll see if we have any here. Nope. How about all medical? Oh, go back, get my students. But once I grab my students here, the other option that you have is not only making them your current selection, but you have an option to download them. Again, you can export to a CSV file. So if you want to download it in a spreadsheet to work with, you can also print the page. It would print just as is listed here. You could print that if you like as well to use. So lots of options with the Alert Builder reports. Any questions on Alert Builder reports? All right. Well, that is in an overview. That is the Alert Builder. That is the Alert Builder reports. Again, we have there is an older video on our YouTube channel about the Alert Builder. We will add this recording to our YouTube channel for those of you who want to share it with other users within your districts. You can do so. We are happy to help. Again, we walk through some simple building of alerts, and viewed more complex things. So as you are working within the alert builder, please feel free to share your alerts as you build them. Reach out to us if you have questions on how to build them. We'd be happy to assist. One more thing that we would like to do before everyone starts hopping off, I am going to put in the chat, I'm going to have, there is a link to a survey. If you could take just 3 minutes, it's a short survey. This is something new that we're doing with our users. If you could take just a few minutes to let us know how we're doing on our trainings. We're always looking to improve and add to our training. So if you take a moment to complete that, it is anonymous, so you can fill that out. But as you're doing that, we will stay on. If anyone has any questions, we're happy to answer any questions. But thank you again for joining.
Sally, there is a question, and I had started to answer it, but I'll just say it for everybody. Sasha's asked, when will this version be available? This is what we've got already. The only thing we're really working on is the and or. But you do want to make sure that you are going to your Meta Solutions logo, if there's a number there, and that you are updating your plugins, because as we push new things out, that's how you get that update. So yeah, so any of the updates that were out last week, and we actually, you can see we've actually updated a couple more since last week. You can click on that Meta Solutions logo from the start page. That's where the number badge will display, and you can navigate to the installer, or within your applications category, you can also update there as well. This is one of our test boxes, so you can see we do have some beta plugins that we use, but everything that we showed today is available. When you come to your installer, if you have updates, this is where you can click on update to update those. Good question. All right. Thank you again, everyone, for joining. Yeah, go ahead. The one thing that, Sally has stressed, and I highly recommend, is when you're getting ready to build an alert, go to the community and see what's already there. Yes. Because we can save you a lot of time and trouble by what you want might already be there. Yes. You don't need to, redo effort. You can just look at community, lots, again, 85 options available. So yeah, take a look. So thank you for joining us.